ears are good, and a really great chest.
With muscles.
Definitely muscles.
Uh-oh, what? I just remembered.
What?
What I really like.
Ooh.
7 visits for $7 or 24 months for $24.
So stock a sack. I can't wait for that feeling.
Dance category. So stay with us as the world's greatest talent competition continues.
The beat stays hot, the cool stays crisp. Put it together, you can't resist. Could be the best lettuce and tomato hamburger ever. It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's UMC-LT.
Playing ball sure makes kittens happy. Yeah, on the outside. But how are we going to make the little fella happy on the inside? Tickle his funny bone? Ticka, ticka, ticka. No, silly. With new Happy Kittens.
Purina's new Happy Kitten brand kitten food makes kittens happy from the inside out. Because we put so much nutrition in a moist, kitten-sized piece.
Everything happy inside there?
New Happy Kitten. Happy from the inside out.
Here we have something the coaches will be very upset about, but a victory for the Dolphins, and the Raiders are 0-3.
And I think as Tom Flores goes out, Coach Shula has to feel better about things. His quarterback, Dan Marino, wasn't in the game, but he was here, and there was a negotiating session today, so maybe he'll be in. There's Lyle Isaiah. Week, as are the Miami Dolphins. Our thanks to producer.
Coming up next on Channel 11 News Night Beat, 2 fires caused heavy damage to a section of downtown Wheeling, West Virginia. Authorities are saying one is suspicious. Meanwhile, there was a close call in a 4-alarm blaze in Penn Hills Saturday afternoon. And things are getting back to normal at St. Clair Village following an afternoon gas leak. Jonas Cheney has a report on the Steelers-Cardinals game, as well as all of Saturday's scores and highlights. And Tim Earle says our wet weather will continue this weekend. Stay with us. Channel 11 News Night Beat is next.
The Atlantic difference.
Atlantic mortgages make a difference with low rates, low fees, up to $500 rebates.
You're my favorite Eden Park. You're my favorite Eden Park.
You're watching Channel.
West Virginia had their hands full tonight, battling 2 major blazes in the downtown area. The fires ravaged the same city block that was hit by a big restaurant fire just 6 months ago. The first fire broke out shortly before 5 at Bing's Furniture Store at the corner of 12th and Main. The fire spread quickly, gutting all 4 sections housing Bing's display floors, showrooms, and warehouses.
I believe the fire started in the basement, because upon arrival we had heavy smoke coming from the basement, coming out of the vent windows in the basement. So we're assuming the fire started there. The investigators are on the scene now trying to determine the actual cause.
The fire was so extensive, units had to be called in from 2 Ohio communities. Several towns around Wheeling were also put on standby. Chief Flagler says the absence of a fire protection system at Bing's made it tough to bring the blaze under control. The store was in the process of closing when the fire broke out. All salespeople and customers had to be evacuated, but no one was hurt. Several adjacent businesses sustained heavy smoke damage from the fire. Authorities say it will take most of the night to douse smoldering embers that could reignite at the furniture store. Until they get a chance to search through the rubble for possible clues about the fire's origin, investigators say it's hard to tell if the blaze here at Bing's is suspicious. Authorities, however, have no doubt that a blaze that broke out just up the block from Bing's is suspicious. That fire started about a half an hour later and engulfed what's known as the Old Country and Western building.
Consumed completely the two stories, and all we have is the side walls and the back wall standing.
Just yesterday, the vacant building was hit by another fire, which started in mid-afternoon. Damage at Bing's is estimated at $1 million, and authorities estimate the Old Country and Western building sustained about $50,000 in damages. Meanwhile, a fire heavily damaged a Frankstown road business in Penn Hills this afternoon. Brenda Waters says as bad as the blaze was, things could have been much worse.
You could see the thick black smoke from as far away as Homewood, as the flames leaped several hundred feet into the air. Frankstown Gardens burst into flames shortly after 1, and an hour later the fire was still going strong. The owner's son and several customers were inside the greenhouse when it started. Where'd you see the smoke?
Right where we're standing, right back here.
Okay, what area is that?
Hot water tank. Hot water tank, really.
Was anyone inside? You were there. What about customers?
Yeah, there was a few. We told them to get out.
Anyone hurt?
No, I don't think. Maybe.
Did you smell anything before you saw the smoke?
We thought we smelled gas, but I don't know.
one of the customers said, I smell gas. And then I come back in this corner right here, and that was it.
The Penn Hills fire marshal was also baffled about the cause of the fire. When do you think you'll know more about the fire, the cause of the fire?
Well, I'm in the process right now of interviewing the personnel who were in the building, and as soon as the fire companies have the smoke cleared away, I'll get inside myself and look for it.
You think you'll know sometime tonight then or tomorrow morning?
I would imagine so, yes.
Attached to the greenhouse was a rear apartment building. Several of the units had been rented out, and according to officials, everyone was out when the fire started. The owner of the business has not been notified. His son was in charge while he vacationed in Florida. Brenda Waters, Channel 11 News, Penn Hills.
Residents in St. Clair Village can breathe a sigh of relief tonight after learning their gas service will be restored in a few hours. That was not the case earlier, though, when a gas line erupted, causing service to be shut off and a lot of frustration. Night Beat reporter Phil Dawson has the story.
The gas you could smell for over a half of a block.
To avoid an explosion, gas service for 42 St. Clair Village apartments was shut off this morning. And Equitable Gas crews have apparently told residents service might not be restored until next week sometime.
What do you do?
With no hot water and no fuel for their stoves, some families have already missed one hot meal.
He's storing formula, and I have to heat it out. And I can't heat this formula without boiling water.
So what have you been doing?
Cold milk.
Number 7 police told us get some bread and water. Like we common dogs. No, they talked to us like we was less than dogs.
Repairs could have already been underway, but gas crews couldn't get started without permission from the Housing Authority. And nobody could reach anyone in the Housing Authority until late this afternoon.
Trying to get our boss on the phone now.
One of the Equitable Gas people told us that the best thing for us to do would be call Channel 11. It might be the only way we can get some action. Other than that, there's nothing they can do.
Phil Dawson for the Channel 11 News Night Beat.
Rain-slick roads and a car traveling too fast resulted in a crash on the Parkway East late this evening. State police say Diane Lee of Penn Hills was traveling east at a high rate of speed when her car hydroplaned into westbound traffic. She struck a car driven by David Stifka of Penn Hills. Lee, Stifka, and a passenger in his car are all being treated for serious injuries at this hour. Lee was taken to Presbyterian Hospital. Stifka and his wife Ruth are hospitalized at Forbes Metropolitan Health Center. Some Armstrong County residents are banding together to try and keep a nuclear incinerator out of their area. Many of those residents met Saturday to discuss the plans to put the controversial incinerator in what they termed our backyards. Babcock and Wilcox is trying to persuade the residents that the operation of the incinerator would be both practical and safe. But some experts disagree, citing health risks.
There are other ways to do this. Some of the material that they'll be burning is plastics, polyvinyl chloride plastics. Those materials then combined with paper, convert into dioxins, which are an extremely hazardous chemical. Minuscule amounts can cause health effects.
Reznikov also said that the amount of chemicals released into the air would be far greater than Babcock and Wilcox officials would admit. More hearings are slated next month. A federal judge has awarded $29,000 in back pay to 3 people after ruling that former county coroner Stanford Edberg violated their constitutional rights. Judge Louis Rosenberg cited Edberg for firing the 3 in 1981 to make room for his own appointees. The judge said that both the county and the coroner's office are liable, but it's not yet clear who will pay the damages. That toll-free hotline set up to aid people affected by last May's tornadoes will be discontinued on Monday. More than 3,000 residents of the 13 northwestern counties declared disaster areas made use of the hotline to seek information on where they might get help. In case you want to call, the number is 1-800-247-6860. It will operate until 6 Monday evening. Sunday marks the day the Port Authority Transit will institute its planned cutbacks in service. But those cuts may be short-lived, according to PATH Chairman James Roddy. That's because revenue from the city's new subway system may have tripled what was anticipated. That increased revenue may be used to restore some of the service after the first of the year. A total of more than 500 routes and times will be affected by the cutbacks. And coming up next on Channel 11 News Night Beat, a delay in the launch of the Space Shuttle Discovery. And guess who's back in the saddle? That and much more when we come back.
I got my baby's first pictures. Look.
Oh, cute. The baby's first spill.
Quick, Rosie, my pictures.
Relax. Bounty's so fast it gets spilled before the quicker picker-upper. Take a look. See how much faster Bounty soaks up liquid? The other child pushes it along and lets it get away.
Bounty is quicker.
And it's tough. Look. Now, even with cleanser, you can scrub with Bounty.
That's one tough towel.
And this is one beautiful baby. She must take after her father. Bounty's a quicker picker-upper. Get spills before they get away.
All right. Pro's got nothing on this arm, baby. Oh, a pro wouldn't want what's on that arm off. Off.
I'll have these clean in no time.
In the same temperature?
It's the same mud.
But it's not on the same clothes.
So, this sweatshirt goes in cold or fades, jeans go in warm, and gym socks go in hot.
3 temperatures.
3 kinds of clothes.
3 detergents.
1 detergent.
Cheer.
All temperature cheer. See? Hot, warm, cold.
This in cold.
All temperature cheer.
This was covered with mud.
You're telling me?
Everything's clean.
Hey, this is the pros, kid.
3 temperatures, 1 great clean. That's today's all-temperature cheer.
Let us pause and remember the past 4.
Carol O'Connor hosts Years of Danger, Years of Hope, Monday night at 9, here on Channel 11.
Reports from London tonight indicate the explosion of an engine on a British Airways jetliner earlier this week wasn't the first problem with that engine. Pilots who flew that jet reportedly had encountered problems in the days before the accident that killed 54 people. Those reports say the engine on the Boeing 737 seemed unstable on several flights before the ill-fated accident. Sunday's weather forecast for Cape Canaveral isn't much better than the one Saturday that forced the cancellation of the launch of the Space Shuttle Discovery. The forecast is for clouds and showers around the launch site. Those clouds began building just minutes before today's scheduled launch, forcing the postponement. At one point, lightning caused a 20-minute power outage at the Cape. There's more trouble to report from racially torn South Africa tonight. Police there have arrested 27 anti-apartheid leaders in sweeps across the country. All of those arrested are said to be supporters of South Africa's main anti-apartheid organization, the United Democratic Front. That group is calling for marches on behalf of jailed black leader Nelson Mandela. Racial disturbances continued in more than a dozen black townships on Saturday, but police report no deaths in the incident. With a new school term just around the corner, you can be sure that books are on the minds of many students, but many teachers are thinking of discipline. Disorderly conduct in the classroom has become a major concern to a lot of teachers and to the Pennsylvania State Education Association. A workshop to deal with the problem was held today, and more than 80 teachers were on hand learning how to handle discipline.
3 levels. The first is, before things happen in the classroom, what should a teacher do to prepare? Secondly, when the teacher's in the classroom and disruption occurs, what should you do? And third, after discipline or a disciplinary problem occurs, what should you do?
We need to plan not only our lessons and our instructional objectives, but we also need to plan our classroom management and not just go in and as the problems arise, try to deal with them without any planning.
The workshop was a first for Western Pennsylvania area teachers. Who's the man you're about to see riding a horse? No, it's not the Marlboro Man. It's President Reagan back in the saddle for the first time since his recent cancer surgery. The president was wearing a baseball cap to protect his skin from the sun. By the way, the horse's name was an appropriate one, Elusive Hobby. How do you like that name, Jonas?
You can't keep a good man down.
Yeah, I guess you can.
You like baseball, Della?
A little.
Well, I tell you, it's almost that time of year again. And St. Louis, which has already beat up on the Steelers in football, now takes over first place in baseball. We'll explore that development and much more when we come back.
All SeaWorld's animals. And let them talk.
Game winning streak going into tonight's contest with the lackluster Bay Bengal to score. The rest is history. Minnesota holds on for the win. and other AL action. Baltimore inches by Oakland 4.
Mistakes. If you eliminate the mistakes, you play good football. Basic fundamental football is what we're after, which means blocking and tackling, and we've got to get back to that.
We've got to develop a little bit more consistency and be a little bit more fundamental about what we're doing out there when we get down in those situations so we can take advantage of it.
We had a few too many breakdowns as far as tackling. I think this week was just the opposite. Didn't play the run as well as we did the pass, which was not the case the last 2 weeks. We just have to get consistent, both run and pass, and put it all together.
Well, the San Francisco 49ers are now 2-3 in exhibition play thanks to a brilliant 56 and an ace to ice the match over Paul Anacombe, also in 2 straight sets, 6-3, 7-6. And finally tonight, because Della wanted to see more, we have for you a bit of action in the Little League World Series. Now, Della's favorite player, Shin Jong-yok, will squeeze out a bunt, allowing Chung Young-kwan to cross the plate. That makes the score 3-0 South Korea. The Korean team from Seoul goes on to beat the Mexicali 7-1. And I know, Della, that you are just thrilled to see that bit of action. Your favorite team, of course.
Oh, I love it. Thank you very much for using that. And I do love my favorite player.
And so far today about talk this afternoon. Details on our forecast next. Stay with us.
On this day in music history, Billboard magazine hailed Harry Belafonte's album Belafonte at Carnegie Hall, recorded live, the hottest album of the month. Today, August 24th, 1959.
They're coming at 8?
Yes. Did you get the peppercorns for the chicken?
Yes. Didn't we wash the dishes?
Yes.
They look kind of dirty.
Oh, no, they're spotty.
We used this when we ran out of joy.
Yes. Did you get some?
Yes.
All other leading brands. Part of the state, 66 degrees, 74 the high, 55 the low for today. Comparative normals for August the 24th of 80 and 59. First stop is a satellite view of the northeastern quadrant of the United States, showing Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia. The clouds beginning to break now, finally, through western Ohio. And that's a promising trend because tomorrow we may see a bit of sunshine peeping through, but there will be some showers embedded in that. The clearing trend developing back in through the plain states into the Rockies.
Whodunit? Brought to you by Prudential. Everybody knows just how great Wayne Gretzky is. But his first year in the league, somebody else actually scored more points. Can you name the only player ever to beat Gretzky for the scoring title? Whodunit?
Powerful to rock. The Prudential. It's strong, it's on the move, it's bigger than life.
But couples from the area were sharing secrets at Allegheny Center Mall today. It was all a part of the tryouts for the new fall series, the new Newlywed Game, which will be seen here on Channel 11. Our own Dennis Bowman was hosting the preliminary rounds today. The winners will be playing for keeps with show host Bob Eubanks on September 14th. And finally tonight, 3-year-old Brooks Burr was a little bewildered by all the attention he got by just entering the gates at Disneyland today. But what triggered all the hoopla was the fact that little Brooks was the 250 millionth person to enter the park since it opened. Among the prizes he received were a new Cadillac, a trip to Japan, and thousands of free miles on airlines. But Brooks put things in perspective when he said his biggest thrill of the celebration was getting to kiss Mickey Mouse on the nose. And I like that. And that's going to do it for Channel 11 News Nightbeat. Join us tomorrow at 6 and 11 for complete reports of Sunday's events.
Now, Joyce.